Yes, he hits the ball square on the offside very well, because he looks to play it at cover point, but the face of the bat opens. He almost slices it away square on the offside.
This is in the air, and he's already on his way. A half century, then an indifferent shot. Going back to repeat the shot past cover point. Hit it high on the blade, and the catch just balloons out to mid-off. Dean Jones takes the catch. And that's the end of a very, very good partnership.
Well, Martin Crowe getting into the shot too quickly, trying to hit it over the top of mid-off, mistimes it, and a simple, easy catch that Jones could have caught in his pocket. 3 for 122.
Mark Waugh.
And that's it. Straight to him. And the Australians, when one watches them field before the game, all the practice that goes into it, it's not often they're going to drop outfield catches.
A standing ovation to the New Zealand captain. The effort in vain. Beautifully struck. Greg Matthews waiting for that one to come to him. He didn't snatch at it. A difficult catch around the ankles. And Waugh again underlining his value with the ball. Steve Waugh 2 wickets. Mark Waugh here's first. Martin Crowe out for 81. New Zealand a 6 for 181.
Waugh the bowler. And he's bowled him. That is a good delivery right up in the block hole. And Petrie had more chance of flying to the moon than getting his bat done in time to latch onto that one. Back goes the leg stump, and that's the end of him.
Petrie urging to come down the wicket. Too much distance between the bat and pads. Beautiful length. He yorked himself. Over go the stumps. Mark Waugh takes his second wicket. The Aussies do declare war on New Zealand. Richard Petrie out for 10. New Zealand 7 for 195.
Thank you, Tony. A very good performance by the Australian team that defended this big total professionally. That's a wicket gone, trying to hit out of the ground, down to long on. Pringle clean bowled by Mark Waugh, trying to hit him over the fence for 6.
It's desperation stakes really for New Zealand now. Pringle going to perhaps the longest boundary on the ground and not even making contact. But the ball certainly made contact. Middle stump. Mark Waugh has clean bowled Chris Pringle. He's gone for 6. And that's the 8th wicket down with a total of 205.
2 for 93. There's a bowling change at the southern end. O'Donnell comes off. Mark Waugh is to take over. This is the partnership for England. Well, he's done it again. Mark Waugh has come on, a great partnership breaker. And that is exactly what England didn't want. Graham Goots, the skipper. A marvellous breakthrough by Mark Waugh.
Be careful of what you would think on the score sheet is the weaker bowler in the Australian side, that you don't lose your concentration as a batsman. And sure enough, concentration is gone. Graham Goots just trying to work it, open the face, down the third man, and he's out. Big blow for England for 37, and England are now 3 for 9.
And Mark Waugh has done it again. He's got an amazing ability to break partnerships, Mark Waugh. He came on and got rid of Gooch, and now he's got rid of the luckless Robin Smith.
Yeah, not a great shot, this one. I think you've got to have a look at the replay, and he won't like it too much. Trying to play this one wide. Off stump there, bottom edge, dragged back onto the stumps. And that is the end of Robin Smith. And a big blow for England. 7 runs off 19 balls. Comprehensively bowled there by Waugh. And so England now 4 for 119.
And Alderman, no, he pulls out of it for Healy. And Mark Waugh has struck again. 3 wickets in the space of 5 and a bit overs. He really has put a dent in this England innings.
Yeah, it's not a great shot. Good bowling this by Waugh. He's seen him go for the shot before. He bowled that one a little bit quicker. It was very short. But you can't keep playing that whip shot through mid-wicket without on occasions getting the top edge. He did that, and John Morris, having played a few good shots, is out. He faced 14 balls. Healy was the catcher there, and England 5 for 139.
And out. Alan Border at mid-wicket. So Mark Waugh picks up his 4th wicket. And this has been an absolutely amazing collapse in a season when we've seen plenty of them from England. And I think, judging by the look on his face, Tony Greig's seen enough of them.
Yeah, it's dreadful. It's a bit hard to blame the batsman down below. Well, not the batsman, the tail. England really did get themselves into a tremendous position. That was just flicked in the air, straight to Border. He doesn't drop straight forward little lollipop catches like that. So Border has taken 99 catches now in one-day internationals. Exactly the same as Viv Richards. His 99th was that one. England 8 for 146.
So Mark Waugh comes into the attack to replace brother Steve at the Randwick end. Steve taking none for 32 from 7. Caught. Taken by brother Steve. So Mark Waugh is amazing. He gets wickets in all sorts of positions, but it doesn't matter how he gets them. He always seems to get them. Great partnership breaker.
Well, just when we're trying to reinforce the necessity to stay there, little lapse in concentration. The ball should have been put away. It was short of a length. He had enough width, but as so often happens, it's picked out the fieldsman. So the brothers Waugh caught Steve Waugh, bowled Mark Waugh. Andrew Jones short of a 50. New Zealand 5 for 136.
Suppose.
He's a pretty useful limited overs bowler, Mark Waugh, and he's also picking up the occasional wicket at first-class level. This is a real good spell. Exactly what Geoffrey Marsh needed.
Yes,
Young is the man out.
Yes, he has bowled well. I mean, Brian Young's been forced into playing sort of a rash shot here, an agricultural shot, really hitting across the line, the ball too straight to hit on the leg side. And Brian Young was left with no alternative but to do something like this. But well bowled by Waugh. Young pays the price for that. 19 runs and 30 balls. But New Zealand certainly lost the momentum. A lot of pressure on them now. They really needed somebody like Martin Crowe or Andrew Jones to keep going. It's 159 for 6 in the 43rd over.
Gavin Larson is the new batsman. 28 years of age, not well known to Australian audiences, but he came across with that Wellington side. He's facing Mark Waugh.
He's a very useful performer back home in New Zealand in domestic cricket. He is facing his first ball just outside the off stump, or Larson gets well forward there, but I'm sure he'd want to improve on his batting average of .66 in one-day international cricket. He's a better player than that.
Oh, big appeal there for LBW. He's got him. He's out. LBW. Gavin Larson, LBW playing from the crease there. I think getting a little frustrated. He tried to whip that one away on the onside, but it was spot on target. And as a result, umpire Rick Evans raising his finger, and so Larson is out. LBW, and they've lost another wicket. Have a look at it.
Looking to work it down the onside and was angled across. He's a little bit disappointed with that decision. He was trying to hit with the angle of the ball, didn't make contact apparently. Out for 6. 14 balls, 7 for 170.
The thing that Australia really needs is a wicket or two to try and slow this momentum of the West Indies down.
There's a man out there, Steve Waugh, and he has done precisely that. Exactly what was needed, nominated by Greg Chappell, And Steve Waugh was looking into the sun. He moved, I suppose, in slightly gingerly fashion towards it, but kept his head, and more important, kept the peak of his cap down over his eyes. And Gus Logie has gone. What a brilliant knock.
Fabulous innings by Gus Logie. This one just sliding into leg stump, as he's done so often during the innings. He didn't try and overhit it. He just wanted to pick it up and time it and find the gap. But unfortunately for him, very fortunately for Australia, he found the very safe hands of Steve Waugh. There he goes. Magnificent innings. 65 to Gus Logie, 5 for 190.
And this twin brother had a very impressive spell. Ian. Steve Waugh, 8 overs for 24 runs. Very good bowling indeed. Had all the batsmen in quite a bit of trouble.
And well taken. Peter Taylor might not be getting a bowl, but he's done his bit in the field with a fine running catch.
Not quite to the pitch of that is Ezra Mosley. Very well caught by Taylor. Well, umpire coming back, just making sure that when that comes down, it doesn't come down on his head.
It's 8 for 116. And under it is Peter Taylor at mid-wicket. And he takes it. Very good pair of hands, Peter Taylor. Good change of pace there from Mark Waugh.
A good slow ball here by Mark Waugh. Ambrose was through the shot before the ball had arrived. Peter Taylor judging it well. Thank you. Currently Ambrose apart. 9 for 126.
And the crowd really enjoying this batting of Richie Richardson's. Could be over. Border is getting under it. And he takes the catch. So Richardson out for 90. A pity, because that innings really did deserve a century.
Standing ovation there for Richie Richardson. Very good innings indeed. Short ball, bowled by Mark Waugh. Just straightening enough. Not really going down the leg side, just straightening enough. Richie Richardson not really getting hold of it, hitting the top edge of the bat. Well judged by Alan Border. The West Indies 3 for 132.
Quite a stiff task, Michael.
Very stiff task indeed. Albert. Oh, and he's gone. An even stiffer task at the moment. Gus Logie caught by Taylor, backward square.
Mark Taylor completing the catch. Mark Waugh doing the bowling. Gus Logie trying to pick him up over square leg, which he managed to do. It was meant to go a bit further than that. Well taken by Mark Taylor. And that really is a vital breakthrough for Australia. Each wicket that falls makes the task that much harder for the West Indies. And as Gus Logie departs, it's 7 for 177.
Mid-on, Peter Taylor under it. And that's the end for the West Indies. Jeffrey Dujon mistiming the full toss after having changed his bat, and holes out to Peter Taylor.
Yes, this was a full toss here, and sort of choked Jeffrey Dujon in that shot. He didn't get the full bat onto it, hit high up in the bat, and it was an easy catch to Peter Taylor at mid-on. Score 8 for 241.